Box is a very unique company in the sense that we are architects, designers, estimators, project managers, and builders all working collaboratively under the same roof. We thought it was really important to try and rethink the way that people thought about designing and building a new house. So the Box process involves that fusion from day one of architect, nous and building brains. And we believe that that delivers a better outcome in terms of, the quality of the house, the quality of the service, the quality of the end product. You need both heads there. You need someone who can understand the design and someone who can understand the practicalities of building. This keeps costs under control, and it ensures that we execute plans to perfection so they're practical, livable, and beautiful. And ultimately, it makes your design and build journey so much easier, and therefore more enjoyable too. Basically, we're one big family and would love you to be part of it.
It definitely makes the process very easy having a builder and an architect in the same company because they work together as a team. You need to kind of have a good relationship between builder and architect, and if they're in the same company, it definitely is a good solution.
So, where to start? One word, ideas, specifically your ones. Funny enough, we want you to think outside the box, or give us your ideas, and we'll do it for you. And to do that, we'll start by sitting you down for a workshop where the fun really begins. It's all about rolling up our collective sleeves and getting it all out on the table. Or in this case, the wall. Then, once we think we understand you and have some directions pinned down or up, we go to the first stage. Stage one is what we call prototype design, where we create a concept design and present it back to you, complete with a digital or physical model, the really exciting bit. And then the cost estimate. Less exciting, but just as necessary.
The prototype design stage is really the key to the project, getting a spark of an idea from the client's brief and bringing that into life and bringing that into sort of 3D reality. We would hope we can achieve that within 6 to 8 weeks. We really need to get into the client's head and understand what they want. I mean, we're designing the house for them.
Once approved, we then get into stage 2, detailed design. This is where we finalise the design and add the all-important detail, working through the exact specifications and the construction method with you, engineers, our interior designers, and of course, the building team. At Box, we live design, so we love this stage. It's where the project really becomes personal and alive for our clients.
Client can tell you what they like, but you really get to know them and understand how they live, and then you can make suggestions that they hadn't even thought of that they really, really like. You're able to pull that out of them just by having the close relationship and really understanding how they live in their spaces.
A key part of the detailed design stage is interiors. The kitchen, the bathroom, the lighting. It's a great part of the process where you can really put your signature on the interiors.
Design adds a visual cohesion. So coming to a designer or an architect, they'll consider the building as an integrated space. So form, cladding, windows, openings, materials, interiors are all telling one story.
And drawings, engineering drawings, consent drawings and building consent. The technical stuff, the dots I's and crosses T's. Then we move into stage 3, building. This is where the theory turns into practice as our registered master builders go to work, coupled with detailed oversight from our design team. Depending on the build, this part of the process can take up to 12 months, but it's always an incredibly exciting part of the journey as our clients' dreams turn into reality.
Oh, I can't describe the feeling that I get when I see the client see the build for the first time and, walking through the spaces, me alongside with them. It's just, it's quite magical, really.
When we first walked in when we first got handed the keys, what was going through my mind is, I'm so lucky to live here. Everything about it is just, it's exactly what we envisaged from all the conversations that we'd had through the process. It was just really exciting.
Then finally, stage 4, completion. This is a hugely important step in the process because our commitment to the client doesn't stop when we finish the build. We want you to enjoy your home not just now, but long into the future. Our care and repair service will help you maintain your box home over time, and we're always here to help if you need it.
It's definitely good to know that Box is looking after you even after they build. They don't just hand you the key and run away. So they are still around. You can still contact them. It's a good feeling knowing that they are there.
So at Box, we're really dedicated to being with you all the way. To us, it's all about giving you business class service throughout the build and beyond. And at the end of the day, providing the best design and build experience to our clients.
What did Box do to help me feel comfortable with things? I think that comes down to relationships. Like, they're a pretty easygoing lot. And you could just ring them at any moment and say, I don't really understand why that's happening. So we just talked things through. It was the fact that they were open, and if I ever had a problem, they were really happy just to fix whatever. Nothing was a problem.
At Box, we've got a saying, just the right amount of architect. We want you to have the best of both worlds. All the great things architects can deliver: style, sophistication, stunning design. But we pride ourselves on being approachable too, something architects aren't always renowned for.
I think people form a close relationship with the Box team because of the people that they employ. They all work together so well as such a nice team. Like, there was the razzing that went on between the builders and Tim every time he turned up to a site visit without any coffee. And the boys, every time that Tim would leave, they'd say, you should have bought coffee for us as well. So it's the relationships between them that I really enjoyed, and I think that that's a point of difference, and that comes back to them being architect builders, because you haven't got two different teams. You've got one team that's working with the same goal.
This is your journey. We want it to be as collaborative, fulfilling, rewarding, and enjoyable as possible, seamless and stress-free. So we include the client at every step. We keep them up to date on everything that's going on in a timely way. And of course, we celebrate a good result when it's over. So there you go. It's a pretty unique way of doing things, and it's led to amazing results for many happy clients for well over 15 years. It's all about delivering a stunning architecturally designed home coupled with cost surety, from concept to keys and beyond. We're proud of our legacy of great homes. We've also built great friendships with our clients along the way, and we remember every build. So, if you're dreaming about building something beautiful, practical, and personal to you, and you want an experience that's altogether better, then why not come talk to the Architect Builders? Box.